Hi loves, I wanted to briefly hop on and talk a little bit about, as an aside to this anti-inflammatory diet that we're talking about, and how much food impacts our gut health and any chronic inflammation. All right, a lot of people suffer from IBS, UC, Crohn's, Lyme disease, all of the above, okay? And it is that fatigue that from the conscious, the outside, we get so sick of feeling every single day, we go inward and try and figure out what that root cause is, right? And so often it is the pathogens, these harmful pathogens within the microbiome that is causing this constant flare up within our system, right? And I went down a rabbit hole this weekend around biofilm. And so oftentimes, even when we are utilizing our natural supplements, vitamins, things that will attack, what we believe are these harmful substances, help the immune system to attack the things that are negative within our bodies. And then on the flip side, when people are using antibiotics, which so many are, and so many are using them so often, that even the antibiotics are no longer getting to and disrupting this bacteria, fungus, chlorine, anything that is causing yeast, your system, to feel this inflammation. There is this biofilm that is actually within your gut and elsewhere in your body that is created and it establishes itself. It's this sort of like slimy secretion, essentially, that is impenetrable. And so that yeast, that chlorine, the bacteria, the fungus, right, that is living within, is actually then being harbored in this biofilm within our system. And the antibiotics that we're using, if we have to, and or any natural supplement to help the immune system fight off what is needed to be fought, the biofilm is actually protecting it. And so it actually is the biofilm that is creating 70% of all of these infections, right? It's impenetrable. It is not allowing us to get to that root cause. So not only is it the diet and the foods that you are intaking that is so important. Reduce that sugar, reduce the processed foods. Anything that turns to sugar within your body is actually, amplifying this biofilm within you. And so we really want the immune system to be doing its job. So when you eat something, let's say, the actual nutrients, the goodness within that should be easily flushed through your system, giving your body the optimal nutrients it needs, right, to perform. And then the immune system should fluff off the things that are bad for you, essentially, in layman's terms. And when the immune system gets confused and starts attacking the good and not only the bad bacteria and toxins within the stream, that's when we have a problem. And so it is actually enzyme disruptors that we need to start looking at to actually go in and take out that biofilm, right? So we are disrupting the actual biofilm so that the appropriate pathogens can pop out, essentially, in visual terms, and the immune system can start attacking those things that are not good for your system. It works the right way. Then there is an elimination, right? Because when all of those pathogens come out from that biofilm after we've disrupted it, we eliminate. And so again, it's the flushing. It's releasing. And then we need to make sure that we are restoring with soil-based probiotics, amongst a number of other things, the proper nutrients for our system to then flourish in the manner it is meant to, right? So the key here is really these enzymes that will actually disrupt the biofilm to get those bad pathogens out. And a couple of natural things too, as it comes to bacteria, that I've used in the past is grapefruit seed extract and then oil of oregano as well. So it's just making sure we can disrupt that biofilm, remove all of the toxins and dissolve everything, allow the immune system to really fight in the way that it should be fighting and not fighting the good things that we want to stay within our system. And then we will restore all of it back to a nourishing, functioning, systematic approach, right? Where everything is working properly within your system. And so it's so important to really just understand that it is pertinent to get the 15 minutes of movement every day, get that lymph moving, tons and tons of water, be really, pertinent about understanding the supplements that you are taking. Are they actually helping? Is there too much starch? Is there a histamine in your probiotic? And I'm not telling you to just be so strict and control all of these pieces. I think it's just the awareness that I want with this brief discussion today, that we want the appropriate things to be attacking and disrupting the bad so that all of the good can flourish, right? And so we're taking out the sugars, the starches, and the things that just sort of inflame the leaky gut syndrome and the biofilm, right? It's just this everlasting cycle. And I feel as though so many people are throwing antibiotics at it, and the antibiotics aren't even getting to that root cause, let alone any of the natural supplements, right? And so when we are just talking from a physical perspective, just be cognitive of this, be aware of this. If there are things like the Lyme disease, the UC, the IBS, that chronic fatigue, your foggy brain, again, the gut-brain axis, that mind-body connection is so necessary. And so where are you feeling the inflammation within your body? And you would be very surprised at how soon, upon assisting your body with these enzymes, you can bounce back into a clear, fast, more conscious, aware state of living, instead of just going through the humdrum and wondering why there is so much discomfort within your body. Okay, so this is just an aside to the anti-inflammatory diet discussion that we talked about. It is cleansing, it is disrupting appropriately, it is allowing the immune system to attack and fight those actual bad pathogens within your system, so you no longer have this chronic fatigue. Okay, so it is the protein enzymes that our body naturally creates, but unfortunately with today's environment, food system, we're not getting enough of those natural protein enzymes, and so we do need to supplement with them. So again, if you have the headaches, if you have the fatigue, if you're not understanding why the sleep, mood disorders, things are just happening and cyclical, and even when you're trying something, it doesn't rid it completely, it is because of this biofilm, okay? So more on all of this later, but thank you for listening, and I hope you're enjoying your Tuesday. Have a wonderful day.